Hello.
I'm Cherie.
And I'm Chris.
And we're of Technomadia, and
welcome aboard.
And welcome to Pelican Bay, is that
We are at Pelican Bay, Cayo Costa State Park, Florida. We actually anchored out here overnight, our first time anchoring out in our new boat, Why Not? And it's been 1 month.
1 month since we, well, a little over a month since we bought and moved aboard Why Not. The bus is currently in storage, but we've actually been on it again a few times since. So it's been an eventful month.
It's been an eventful month. We wanted to give you just kind of a snapshot of the moment of our first month on a boat and tell you some of the things that we've been up to and some of the things we've learned.
So we bought the boat on March 7th, and we kind of moved aboard on the 14th.
Yeah,
so yeah, it took about a week with all the paperwork and getting it moved to a marina. And yeah, so it has been
a lot
about
of schlepping back and forth, loading stuff into the cockpit, learning. You know, dock carts are your friend, but we are on our marina slip is about a quarter mile from the parking lot, so it's a lot of rolling on boards.
We picked a spot for the view, a sunset view. Which is
for us, that's practical.
That's always practical.
You need a sunset every day, whereas you only need to roll a dock cart every other day. So yeah, practical.
So we had a bit of schlepping to get back and forth, and thankfully the marina did allow us to park the bus in the parking lot for the day, and that made it a lot easier. And then we moved aboard.
Okay, so we had a boat, and we got to learn how to actually move it ourselves, particularly because this marina doesn't have at your slip pump outs, so we'd have to, even just to empty our black tank, move the boat. So
we had to figure that out. Now, back in I think it was January and February, our broker Curtis Stokes had gifted us 4 days of training with Captain Chris Yacht Services over in Vero Beach. So we had 4 days of classroom time learning charting, navigation, safety, and in general, boat
just a lot of boat
systems.
Like
that.
And we had 11 years of RV life training, which a lot of the systems are the same. So there's a lot of things that were very comfortable to us, but we were trying same but different.
That's the biggest mistake that I think we can make, is assuming it's all the same when there's actually slight differences that we don't want to overlook.
Apparently you don't move a bus by having two different engines in idle and just adjusting the transmissions forward and back. I mean, buses don't work that way, but boats do.
RVs don't have sea strainers. Many of the systems are water cooled coming through when you're on a boat.
Water sucked up the bottom of the boat.
There's a lot of differences. We originally really wanted to hire Captain Chris to come over and live aboard with us for a few days, but between their schedule and our schedule and the distance where we are, it just wasn't practical.
We needed a captain right away to help us get to our first pump out once the tanks were starting to get full. So we found a local captain here in Punta Gorda, Florida.
And so Captain John came aboard for an afternoon with us and walked us through the basic system checks on the engine that we should go through before starting up everything and going out cruising for a day. He got us to the pump out station.
Got us to the fuel dock, coached us through our first fill up, very big, expensive fill up, and through our first pump out.
Which we handled pretty much just with him coaching us. We did all the work. That's very important to us, is we wanted to feel comfortable.
We did all the maneuvering, all the line handling. He was just the voice of experience there helping us out. And we actually did really, really well. And he actually took us out and we practiced anchoring too. So we took turns, one of us up top driving, the other was us working the anchor, and vice versa, because we're trying to be
co-captain.
Yeah, learn all the roles.
We both want to be comfortable in either role and situation so that we can exchange helm duties and everything else. So we're both going to learn docking. Chris has mastered it. I am
knock on a lot of fiberglass, but yeah, I've got the. I used to play video games that involved docking boats back when I was a kid. So I guess I got old instincts. I don't know.
Yeah. So I got to let him get off the controls because of the excitement and let me try it a few times. But we will get there. So that one afternoon with Captain John was incredible because after spending several hours with him, we both came back with a lot of increased confidence that we can do this.
At the very least, we can get out of the marina, get over to the pump out dock. We can get out into Charlotte Harbor, which is very easy access from our marina, and anchor out. And so we did. Actually, we took a couple practice days, and we did exactly that. Pulled out into the harbor and
just spend a day on anchor.
Yeah.
Or on the hook. as they say.
And meanwhile, we've been just learning the boat systems and taking them apart, learning how to do things to them, like clean sea strainers and stuff like that, and getting proficient there.
Changed out a bilge pump. We've changed out our water pump. We fixed an ice maker. So we've done a lot of just general maintenance on the house systems and the boat systems. We still need to get some impellers in, change those all out. Yeah. All the fuel filters, oil filters. So we'll be doing that before our first major cruising.
But then, we had to get over the hump and get ready because we were having guests aboard. Our first, major overnight boat guests.
Yes. So our parents, Chris's parents, winter in Florida, and they would be leaving Easter weekend this weekend. And we definitely wanted to have them aboard before they headed north. And so we decided to have a combo event. It would be a boat warming with our parents.
And we were going to legally tie the knot aboard. Why not?
So after we've been together 10.5 years now, we've been intentionally unmarried.
Yeah. And we had a commitment ceremony 10 years ago.
And we've had rings forged. We have all the legal documents to protect each other.
But we didn't have that legal license and stuff. And
now that marriage equality is a reality, we felt that it was time that we were comfortable making that step.
Yes. And having an excuse to bring our parents together and celebrate. So we found a neighborhood notary who could come aboard and did it right here, right above us on the flybridge. We tied a knot.
At the marina, because you're not supposed to be offshore doing it. But
yes.
So we had a lovely sunset ceremony. Kiki was the flower cat.
Flower cat, she's gorgeous.
Excited. So yeah, we're newlyweds now.
Yes, yeah, and so yeah, we've been breaking in the boat, I guess.
No, let's just wait.
And so that was our big. Let's have guests aboard, and
so we actually, because the marina we're at, Burnt Store Marina, is 10 miles from anywhere, including hotels. We decided it would be a lot easier to let the parents stay aboard the boat, and we got the bus out of storage, took it to a local RV park. It was still 10 miles away, but we still needed to do like a thorough tank flushing and final clean out anyway. So it worked out really great. Yeah. So we spent 3 nights aboard the bus. The parents got to enjoy the boat.
Experience boat life. We all spent every day and evening together on the boat.
We made your dad promise not to take it out for midnight runs.
And they didn't break anything. So it was a very, very, very successful, awesome time with family. And we've had a few other guests drop by for just brief visits and stuff, and
for evenings. We've had
and stuff.
Posted several happy hours and a couple dinners with some friends who have. A lot of our friends have been RVing in South Florida, down in the Keys, and as they're coming north, it's been just so. Yeah. We're so blessed to have so many of them schedule their travels to come in and stop by and see us. It's been wonderful.
And then of course we've been working our butts off too. So lots of work stuff has been happening. But this is a great, so what we started doing then is we'd go out and anchor out for the day to have our work day with water views. We did that twice, I think. Mm-hmm. And then we were feeling confident enough, maybe we should try overnight on the water, which
we did last night. So anchoring for RVers is the equivalent of boondocking. It's no hookups. There are places, there's a lot more places that you can anchor out than you can boondock in an RV. That's one thing we're really looking forward to.
Uh-huh.
So we're at a bay that is a well-known anchorage on the west coast of Florida, and it's Easter weekend, and it's a lot.
There's probably 30-something boats were here overnight. It's pretty crowded, but you're pretty decently separated from your neighbors too.
Most people do decent separation because when you're on an anchor, the winds change
and you swing around.
So every boat needs to have plenty of swing room around that anchor for as the winds and currents change
and
throughout the night.
That's one thing that is, I guess, one of the biggest differences I'm getting used to from an RV is in an RV when you park, you get an amazing new view every place you go, but then the view stays the same. Whereas in the boat, the windows are constantly moving as you swing around. And it's like, oh, hey, that's neat. Oh, wait. Oh,
but that boat was over there. Hi.
And it's your brain has to keep adjusting to this constant motion, but I love it. It's very dynamic.
Calming. And just like when you get to a favorite boondocking spot and you get set up, you're getting ready to enjoy a lovely sunset, it never fails. Someone pulls in a little too close with a very loud contractor generator and runs it all night. So, we're not, it's just like RVing.
It's just But when you're RVing, at least you can kind of like go over and knock on the door and beg and plead with them to turn off the generator.
Or give them the stink eye.
Or give them the stink eye. But on the boat, I was like, we're trying to like, can we swim over there and push that
we don't
generator?
have a dinghy yet, so.
Can we push that generator overboard because it's 3 a.m. and you really do not need to be running that thing. But yeah, because our generator right below us was quieter standing right on top of our generator, which we unfortunately need to run.
We could hear their generator over
our generator when we're standing on top of our generator.
So yeah, we are we've been spending some time doing some energy analysis on just what our energy draws on the boat. The prior owner had put in some AGM batteries. Or do we have?
No, they're basically flooded golf cart batteries.
So he does have house batteries, which is more we had starting then on the boat, the bus thing, the wheels.
So we have we've got a big inverter and stuff, but we also have some big electrical loads, and we have no solar power. And so we do have to be fairly generator dependent and have to run it a couple times a day. Particularly, we've discovered our big power hog is this massive chest freezer that you can put bodies in up on our fly bridge. But we love having a freezer, a big chest freezer.
We don't need one that
big. But
big.
we don't need one that big, and that one is definitely not power efficient. It sucks the battery.
So we are intending to eventually do lithium batteries. Solar and or wind of some sort, so that we are more less generator dependent, and of course trying to find where we can reduce our power loads to be just we like not having to run a generator.
We like quiet. Just the water noise is magic and amazing.
But I was really impressed when the generator is running back here. We can actually be right upstairs having dinner on the fly bridge and not hear our own generator. So that's pretty cool. So, all right, I think that's enough rambling.
That's our first month on the water.
Our general plans from here, we're going to continue to be here in Punta Gorda through the end of the month, and we just made reservations down in Fort Myers as our next stop.
Yep, so that'll be our first, I guess, cross-country or cross-water, beginning of the actual doing the Great Loop, because we'll be starting...
We'll officially put the Great Loop Virgie on before that trip, and then we're going to be still in Fort Myers for months, so we're not moving very fast.
Nope.
We're still getting comfortable. We'll probably maybe try to find another... captain or something to coach us through some of the general maintenance of the engine. And we have some more modifications, of course, we're going to be making to the boat. And we also have to juggle the logistics of getting the bus, the one with the wheels, over to the east coast of Florida so it can meet us there. Because we will be doing some bus excursions throughout.
This one will actually be an intentional cellular testing excursion across Florida. So
a bunch of new cellular gear to be testing. Work trip. So that's the general intentions. We're watching water levels on the Lake Okeechobee to see if we're going to cross Lake Okeechobee in June, or if we're going to go around and kind of go through the Keys instead. So we're kind of playing our odds on which way we'll go, but that's the general plan. We're going to be cruising around Florida for most of the summer and probably into fall.
Well, thanks for joining us. There's an update.
All right.